Hey, today on Hoof and Homestead, this is what we're building. It's built now, but we're going to show you how we did it. We got a 6-rail. We got some top trim on it, looking pretty good. We're going to run this fence for 120 feet eventually, but right now, this is our test fence, and there's going to be a 14-foot gate on the end of this big pole. So this was easy to do. But before we do, I want to show you all something. So looky here. Pawpaw got him a new ranch truck. Ain't nothing fancy. It's a Ford F-250 long bed XL. No bells and whistles. It just needs to haul hay, haul some lumber, and haul me around. Now, why am I showing you this? Well, normally when you leave a car dealership, well, me anyway, you never feel like you got the best deal. But this time, man, they worked for me and they did me right, and I told them I would give them a shout out on my next video. Now, I'm not a big Ford fanboy. I like the trucks. But there is one feature that made me buy this truck. Take a look in that back seat. You see all that room? There's no hump. The Chevys had a hump, the Dodges have a hump. If you're gonna make a 4-door truck and the seats roll up, why would you put a big old hump in your storage space? I put stuff back here. So right there I was sold. That's all it took. I don't know about the rest of the truck, but I love that back seat. And my dog's gonna like it too. And he's a big old Rottweiler, so he needs the room. So, big shout out to, I don't even know their name, EAP Motors. I have a, I'll throw in their dealership. They gave me this hat, so I guess I'm a paid sponsor, huh? All I had to do was under 50K, 4-wheel drive, let me say it again, long bed. It ain't got a bunch of bells and whistles, but it's got what I need. It's got rubber floors, so I can rinse that junk out when I dirty this truck up. So it's just a work truck, but I think it's going to give me years of service. Runs great, looks good, but anything new always looks good. So if you're ever in Jacksonville, Texas, you go see Cody. So thank you, Cody, for my new F-250 Super Duty truck. It's going to work great. Like I said, it ain't a lot of bells and whistles, but it does everything I need it to do. And I'm going to make good use out of this baby. She's going to haul hay, haul lumber, and hopefully last me another 10 years like my last truck. Y'all in Jacksonville, Texas, go see Cody. He's a good young man with a promising career ahead of him. Now our bottom board, it's a 2x12 pressure treated, because it's going to have some contact, not so much on the ground, but with the sand. I guess that's the ground. So remember, there's going to be about 8 inches of sand in here. So I need this to hold the sand in, but I do want drainage to be able to go underneath it and sift through. So I'm going to prop it up on the high side and then just level it out on the low side. And then we'll backfill what we need to do. Now we're going to put our top rail on because I don't know the spacing on these yet. So I don't want to start from the bottom up. And I want to go flush with this top and get the most out of it. And then on the rest of our fence, we'll just make it match to this. Because right here, there's going to be a gate. So if this one's off an inch or two, up or down, you really can't tell the difference because there'll be a 14-foot gate in between them. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little cheater board on this other side just to hold this son of a gun up while we play with it. That's the problem with working by yourself, not enough hands. But that'll help. So we'll get this flush. Now we're not going to put all the screws in here because we don't know if it's level. So we'll just drop that one in there, and that way we can give it a little swivel. Nice, good and level. You know what? I'm going to put one more in here. Because screws aren't cheap. But fixing stuff isn't cheap either. So I did me some math, and in order to fill this space, turned out to be like 44 inches, with a bunch of 2x8s, which are 7 1/4, I'm going to need 4 boards, and I can space those boards about 3 inches apart, and this should end up about 3 inches. And if it's a 1/4 inch off or something, I still see it as a success because I'm no mathematician. So what I did was I cut me a couple of 3-inch blocks, and I'm going to just use these blocks, and that's what's going to hold my board as I move up and get to the top. Let's give it a try. And what I'll do is I'll just put 1 screw per board per side, and that way if it comes out horribly wrong, I'll just unscrew it and do it again. At least I'll have the lengths correct. Well, let's see if this block method's going to work. I guess the problem I run into is if this block where I'm starting is smaller than the other block, or is it larger? And it's going to be hell to get the block out when I level the board. But we won't crank down on anything. We'll actually, there you go. I don't know, let's level the other side, see what we got. Oh, that's got a twist. Ooh, it's a nasty board there. Yeah, that didn't come out right at all. And it's because my board is warped. So, we're going to go from the center. That's better. Now we're cooking. Okay, board number 2. Wow, that's hardwood. That's just pine. So we'll just put one in there and get that other side with the level on there. I learned my lesson on the last board. We're going to level from the center from now on, because that last board was a little bit warped. It's pretty level. I think we can do a little better. Just needs to come down just a hair. Right there. Right on the money. Ooh, this wet wood is grabbing my saw. That lined up. You know, it's the one time you don't check this, but that son of a gun will be unlevel. Just like now. Needs to come down just a bit. Just a bit. Oh yeah, I love it when it's level. So you know, that math didn't come out too bad. I think this is exactly 3 inches. But the rest of them, just under. And I think it's because my block was a little small. But you can't tell the difference. It's no more than 1/8 of an inch. So what we'll do is I already tacked that one in after measuring down. And we'll give this a level. Oh, Lord help us, it's already level. Oh, I could come down. Nothing, it's level. So let's screw that one in. And we got our uprights done. The only thing is, I wasn't expecting to make this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6 rail. I was going to try a 5 rail, but this looks nice. This looks nice. So we'll put a top cap on here, and this is going to be our sample, and this entire arena is going to be this. So this is the outside that you'll see looking into the arena. Now the reason we put our boards on the inside is when you're riding a horse, if a horse were to get too close to the edge, you can grab the edge of that pole and throw you off that horse, or at least hurt your leg a lot. So we're going to try to give this a finished look so it looks good from the outside, not only the inside. So I think I'm going to run a 2x4 down the side here, and I'm going to cap it, and that should give it a nice finished look. We'll see. We'll give it a try. And we'll just throw a screw in here to help hold this board up. There we go. So we want it level that way, and we want it level this way. And it is not even close. Oh, you know why? Big old crown right there. Big old crown. So we'll just level this, and we're just going to have to force it down. Oh, that's closer. Okay, we'll work on our top cap and it should give it a pretty look. So we're gonna slide this across the tube, the 4x4. So we had to transfer the width of the 4x4 onto the board, and we'll cut a slot and slide it back down in there. There's our notch. Nothing too fancy. I just took the circular saw, ran two cuts this way, and then drilled a hole in the corner, took my jigsaw and ran it across. So remember, a 4x4 is not 4 inches, so that's going to be 3.5 inches deep. Fit it on there. See what we got. Nice, perfect fit. Let's tack this down, and that'll be the ending for this piece of fence. And we'll just run these screws all the way down to the end, about every, I don't know, every 2 feet or so. And that'll do it. Well, here's our sample fence. We're gonna make this fence all the way down the line to there, 120 feet of it. And then I think the other 3 fences, we are actually gonna go a board higher, and that keeps the horse from being distracted if something were to happen outside. This one's lower because this is the lower side of the arena, and that hillside is where people can put their chairs and they can look down in the arena and observe what's going on. So we got a 6-rail fence. We got some top trim on it, and we're gonna, I think I'm gonna stain this, probably something natural. I'll probably just use the free stuff, which is a mixture of used motor oil and diesel fuel. And that'll just oil this up real good and keep it preserved. Because I can't stain it any darker, because I have what's called a cow track. And that cow track is a flag, and it simulates a cow when you're riding the horse, and you have the remote in your hand while you're on the horse. And what you're doing is you're teaching the horse to follow the flag. When the flag stops, the horse stops, and then the horse has to roll back and go after the flag in the other direction. It's a cowboy thing. Anyway, I appreciate you guys sticking with me on Hoof and Homestead. If you enjoyed the content, please hit that subscribe button. We're gonna get to 1,000 here sooner or later. Thumbs up, that always helps, and you can leave a comment. Y'all have a blessed day.